good guitarist never blames his amp. Nobody. Amps are important. They can bring your song to life, and they can take it away. But amps are big, they're expensive, and they cost a lot of money. Because of that, there are a lot of amp emulators, but most guitarists swear they just don't sound the same.
Doesn't have the same power sag as a tube amp.
My friend Corey wants to see if that's true on his series,
Kemper Blindfold Challenge.
The Kemper is the ditto of amps.
Imagine the strength of all the Pokemon in one.
You can download any amp's profile online, or you can make your own by plugging in, making this sound, and the Kemper steals its identity. But like Ditto, it's not perfect. But is it close enough? Today, Corey used the Kemper to profile 3 drastically different amps with 3 drastically different sounds to see if we, and you, can tell the difference.
Cool. This is a Fender Twin Reverb, and this is probably the most well-known Fender amplifier. It sounds really, really good clean. It's really chimey. It's painfully bright sometimes. I love it. I love it. I love it. This is the challenge. We're going to try and figure out which one is the Kemper and which one is the real amp. So on the click of a button, we can change between the two. So one of us is going to set it, either the Kemper or the real amp, and the other one's going to play and try and guess, and then we'll do it vice versa.
I'm intrigued. My strategy going into this is basically I'm going to listen to both. I'm going to have to assume that the one that I think sounds better is not the Kemper and is the real one.
Even if I get this wrong, I'm impressed that I can play guitar without looking.
Sounds good. Whether it's a Kemper or not, I don't care. That sounds good.
It's funny too, I actually have my eyes closed as well.
That's impressive.
I'm gonna say it's Kemper because it seems, to me, it doesn't sound as dynamic. It sounds like compressed.
It's missing something. Can I hear the other one? Oh yeah, this is a real amp.
I might have to change my opinion. This one sounds good.
I'm finding this one sounds richer.
I might almost say I like the sound of this one better.
I'm thinking I might have preferred the sound of the first one. I don't know. First one, Kemper. I'm thinking the first one sounded better now though. Maybe it's like rose-colored glasses, because I did say that one was specifically good. Second one I didn't, you know? First one amp, second one Kemper. Final answer.
See, this is the game. The game is crazy because it makes you play games in your own mind. This one to me sounds compressed, but it is a little bit more controlled sounding. So I'm gonna change what I said. I'm gonna say the first one's the real amp and the second one is the Kemper.
Okay, Corey, you guessed the first one was the amp and the second one was the Kemper. When in fact, you were right.
Yeah.
How did I do?
When you played the first one, you said it was the Kemper, and then you played the second one, you said it was the real amp, and then you locked that in, and then after you locked it in, you changed it to reverse them.
Yeah.
And because you changed them,
I got it right.
you got it right.
Ah! There's something about it.
Yeah, yeah, so remember, never trust your gut instinct.
No, I did trust my... No.
You overthought it, and then you changed it.
Always second guess yourself.
Yeah.
Because you never know.
Because you could be wrong.
You could be wrong.
Don't try. So this is a Fender Bassman, which is a 50-watt amp. This amp historically has been used for both bass and guitar, and yeah.
Ooh, that's a Kemper. I'm listening for like a beefiness.
Uh-oh.
Something about it says real amp to me.
Yeah, honestly, I have no idea on this one.
I'm ready for the next one.
Well, I don't know what it is right now, but I don't like it.
How come harmonics get higher the further up you go?
I
I, at this moment, have no idea. It can go either way.
It doesn't have that same. Yeah, anyway, final answer. First one, amp. Second one, Kemper.
I was gonna say that it was, the second one was the Kemper because it sounded less exciting. So I'm gonna go with my gut instinct and say the second one is the Kemper, the first one's the real amp.
You guessed that the first one was the real amp, and the second one was the Kemper. You said the first one
Was beefy.
was beefy, and the second one just didn't have it. And you were wrong.
You guessed that the first one was the Fender Bassman, and the second one was the Kemper.
Okay.
And you were right.
Cool. There's that's a guess. That's So this is a peavey VTM 120. This is actually my personal amp that I've used in the studio and on tour for probably the last 4 years.
If it has like any sort of inconsistency or like imperfection, it must be the real amp because computers are perfect. Real. Oh god. First one's a Kemper, second one's a real amp. You already know, don't you?
I think I know it's the real amp.
Okay, let's say it at the same time. You were
Right. You were right.
You were right.
Yeah. You too.
You as well.
Thanks. I gotta say,
That the Kemper does not reproduce amp hum.
yeah, when you weren't playing and there was a the Kemper didn't do that. Not knowing what I was looking for, hearing the Kemper first, I wouldn't have immediately been like, this is definitely a Kemper. It was only upon hearing that one I was like, oh, never mind.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah, it wasn't even close.
I just knew. So, what's your first impression after using a Kemper for the first time?
If I didn't have the real amps to compare it to, I'd be like, this sounds amazing. And the thing is, it did sound like everything, to some extent. If you enjoyed this, then you might want to head over to Corey's channel where he profiled his live rig and did the shootout. If you already came here from over there, thank you for watching both.
It means a lot. I don't know whose hat that is, by the way. So that's
Okay.
I'm gonna go shower.